and yeah, position 1. Ooh! And then I'm like, oh my god, it's like a white flag. Oh my god. And then look what I do. What I do. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Racing Show here at RacePlazaMedia, and as you guys can see, we are in iRacing. So, as promised, I did some actual racing I was quite nervous about, and if you didn't read the title of this episode, it went horribly wrong. My first race, literally everything I didn't want to do, you know, keep it safe, keep it on the track, you know, don't crash, don't do anything stupid. I did all of that. And, you know, without further ado, let's just hit the button. My start was a little delayed. You can see that right there. I'm the number 9 car, with the camera will be focused on this in this video, obviously. I was a little worried about starting too fast because I haven't practiced that. So I have another race where where my start was much better. This guy, I don't think I touched him. He just spun out on his own, but then I went off track. I was like, la 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 la. This guy spun out, maybe because of me. I mean, we didn't touch, but yeah, it wasn't my finest moment. I think the first time actually going through this chicane, which that one can really make or break your race. There's a lot of people that spin out in that corner. And especially with the Formula V car, you have to avoid the sausage curb. There's no way around it because your car is not built, and you will most likely, you know, otherwise crash or spin out, which I have also done. But yeah, really gotta watch those. So now we're gonna get to the part where my brain stopped doing so good. So taking it down the straight, lap 1 actually went okay. I still struggle, honestly, with this corner right here, finding the right racing line. I've spun out here more often than I care for. We'll get to that later in a different race too, which is, I'm still thinking about that, but let's not go ahead. But here, I spun out. So one of the things, you can't see this in this video, but I watched a iRacing video for beginners, and there's this window that you can have up that shows you in real. Oh, hang on, before I get to that. Okay, so this is what happened right here. Let's go back one more time. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, here. So what happened is I'm using an 8 shifter for the Formula V car. And sometimes, unfortunately, with the G29, you shift and it doesn't recognize your shift. So it ended up popping me into neutral, and I'm hitting the gas pedal, obviously, and I'm desperately trying to shift. And then I guess, I don't know if I blew up my engine or whatever happened, but I can see all of the smoke coming in my rearview mirror. And then you know, I don't know, I have to stop, and I get the message from my, you know, race engineer, I have to get towed. So when you get towed, you have like a minute plus countdown where you can see my crew in the back just chilling because they know I'm a Dumbo. But yeah, unfortunately, I think I ended up ruining my engine, so I had to sit the minute and something there to get that fixed, plus then the actual pit time. So I'm going to fast forward through that for a little bit. And then let's see right here, fast forward, my crew is just chit-chatting right here in the background. They're like, whatever, figure it out, mate. I'm assuming these people are my people because they have the same colors. That's why. Okay, that makes perfect sense, actually, my reasoning. Okay, so there we go. Ooh, ooh. Okay, regular. So hang on, let's see my dumb. No, I haven't stop doing something stupid. So now we're in the pits again, right? I'm getting service done, so let's press regular replay time. No, oh, replay, there we go. And then look at the bottom left right here. What am I doing? What is the speed limit in the pits? It is 35. And what am I doing? I'm going way too fast. So immediately after getting towed and serving that like penalty that you get for, you don't get a penalty, but there's a countdown for that. What do? I immediately speed, and I get a 40-second penalty for speeding in the box, and then I spin out like the genius that I am, and then I told myself again out of reaction, because that's what I did in practice. Like, you spin out, I push the button, and then it resets me. Obviously now I have a minute God, I have a minute something toe countdown plus a 40-second penalty, and then so this race was completely messed up already by my inability to work my brain properly. So very unfortunate. However, I spent like half the race in the pits. Really annoying. Surprisingly enough, I did not come last. I came 10th out of 12. So there's some people out there that did it worse than me, which gives me, I guess I didn't come last, which is nice. I still, was quite annoyed about my, how do you say, performance. Yes. Went really, really terribly. Yeah, honestly, literally, as I said, I did everything wrong that you could possibly do wrong. But this time around, I do watch my speed. So position 10, I am in the bottom left. You can see car number 9, position 10. I do believe I started in 6th, and then I just, messed up my race. So now I think we can just move on to the next, race, because I don't think anything interesting is going to happen this race besides me. Oh yeah, this guy makes it out the pits before me, and then here I am, and I think I actually finished the race quite clean, because at this point I'm just like, just keep it on the track, don't make any huge mistakes. Oh no, I spin out again. What a dumbass. I forgot about that, guys. Oh my god. So this is what I wanted to talk about. So in iRacing, you can have that window up on the bottom right. You can't see it right here that says relation, and it tells you how far away you are in relation to the next driver. And it's a really good indicator when you're trying to rejoin a race. So I saw in the indicator that there's someone is coming, so I'm not going to move at all to not surprise him or her. And then I can safely rejoin, because the last thing I want to do is, besides messing my own race up, I don't want to mess up someone else's race. That's like one thing I really don't want to do. Anyways, I bring it home, quote unquote. I stay in 10th, but I kind of, from here on out, I just, I go, let's fast forward. I don't think anything dramatic happens. Oh yeah, this is the beginning of the pack. They're gonna start passing me now. I am gonna be honest, I was a little well, the cool thing is I got a blue flag, and then my racing engineer also says like, hey, this is not your race, just let them pass. So I did, oh, I spun out again. I'm so stupid, I forgot about that. But yeah, I make enough room so everyone can pass me safely. I get off of the main racing line. I think this guy is coming. We're not racing against each other anyways, so I'm moving off of the racing line for this person to just pass me safely, and try to be as predictable as possible, I guess, when you're being passed by someone much faster. I will say, and I think I can pop that up in here, I was very disappointed that honestly the fastest lap in the race, I had beat that time in practice. And of course, practice and hot lapping is not the same as in a race, but I could have done much better than I did. So I was quite disappointed in my own, skill or my own performance. So, however, moving on from that, we're going to move on to the next race. So even though I did really poorly in the first one, as we've talked about, as we've discussed, I immediately caught the fever. I wanted to go again. It's so much fun, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna practice until we get to the next race, and this is how it went. And I will say it went much better than the very first race. We're gonna go and jump directly into, here we go. That's the start of the race. I'm number 2 car. I think my start was okay. And here, actually, I do think I do something quite terrible. I spin this guy out. Let's go back. I feel really bad about this. Can I change the camera angle on this? I feel really bad. Here, this is where we kiss. But not in a good way. Hang on. So, is there a better camera angle? Mixed, maybe? So here, yeah, I hit his back wheel and I spin him out, and I felt really bad about that. That was not what I wanted to do. I just keep my head down and continue. I didn't get a penalty or anything like that because obviously it wasn't intentional, and I'm not saying it's his fault. It's clearly I banked into him, but I think in a start like this, in a corner like that, it can be, you have to be really mindful of, I don't know, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I did feel really bad about it, but I just kept going on. And then honestly, my race, look at this. I took these corners quite well. If you don't hit the sausage curve, as I said earlier, it goes really well. And then I keep my head down and I do really well. I'm in position 8 and I was like, keep it clean, because I've lost in the first race. My safety rating went down. So I was like, okay, I need to do better. That's the last thing I wanted to do. I didn't want my safety rating to go down, but I was spinning out constantly. So obviously I don't deserve a good safety rating. This guy is passing me. We go next to each other through this. We have plenty of space and we leave each other plenty of space. Nice passing. I also don't really know how to defend. So I was more worried about, once again, ooh, I'm drifting. More concerned about, you know, keeping it clean, keeping it good. So, let's see, there we go. Some spinouts right here. That moves me to position 6. I passed 2 people right there. And then, let's see, is there... Yeah, we're just gonna... Should we fast forward a little bit? So my qualifying for this race went okay. The first lap I spun out again per usual. This time I'm passing this guy on the inside. I took that toe and he overtakes me again because I'm way off. With this corner, once again, I don't know the racing line. I still need to figure it out. I know I'm downshifting from 4 to 3 to, you know, get better grip at some point and then really make my turn, but, you know, my racing line is still way off. Every time I get the racing line really good, obviously my time improves significantly. Wow, look how my front end goes down, and then this guy just passes me. So I'm down to position 4. And now, guys, now it gets good. I'm up position 4, I mean. So now it gets really, really good. I'm in position 4, much, much better than I did in the other race. And I am just like, keep your head down. Just bring it home, really. Just bring it home. That's all I wanted to do. It's a 12-minute race. We're in lap 3, we're coming now. Or lap 4 now, and I was like, just, you know, keep your head in the game, kid. And I do believe I'm also making up time to the people in front. Am I? I don't even know. Going through the corners, really, really good. And then let's see. And yeah, they didn't get the corner that well there. And here with this corner, really, I try to turn in the right position so I can open up my steering. That's one of the things I've learned, like opening up your steering, going in a straight line obviously makes you faster than anything else. And so now I'm position 5 and things are about to get good, I think. Is it? Let's fast forward a little bit. I feel like nothing is really happening right now. So we're gonna keep going, and I keep it really clean. Wow. Keeping it clean as possible. I am in 5th position. I don't even remember this. Obviously, look how clean I'm racing. It's actually not bad at all. It's not bad at all what I'm doing here. Let's see. That's a nice overhead shot. So this is, I think, where things are gonna get interesting now. Because I'm catching up to the front, I think. It feels like it at least. Oops. Let's see. Oh. Chopper. Blimp. Chase. Oh, that's not bad. Let's switch to this. So I'm catching up to this guy. And here's my thought process. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to, now we have 2 flat corners, so you can go flat out in these, you don't really, and then right here, always going downhill, you upshift, I upshift to 4th gear, and this is where it gets interesting. So I'm like, I'm gonna be able to catch slipstream, but I don't, actually, I'm fast enough to just pull through like that. And then, I'm staying on the left, braking, turning in, and then I'm shifting into 3rd to get right here, get some grip in there. A little wide. Ooh, that's not good, actually. That's not good at all. But I think this is where I tried to do some really good racing. I haven't tried to do any good racing before, but I am trying to be smart about this. So can I see far chase? Can I see the other guy here? So this guy is obviously on my buttocks. And wow, getting very, very close. Oh, someone spun out, so oh no, I think maybe that's someone we're lapping. Let's see right here. So I know that this guy will get my slipstream off of me, so I believe this is the race where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go off the ideal racing line. This is my thought process, right? I'm gonna try to go, usually you stay on the outside lane right here. And I think if I remember this correctly, yes, you see I'm switching to the inside because I'm like, I don't want this guy to get the slipstream off of me and then make him faster. So I'm just going to go there, and he didn't follow me. So that's why I was able to stay in front of him or her. And that actually worked out really, really well for me. And then this guy, however, is still getting much, much closer. Maybe a racing line is much better, but then I pull out the impossible. I believe, if I remember this now correctly, let's see right here. Can we get a... I hit these corners so well and make up some time. This is the corner, especially in the rookie league, I'm sure also later on, but look how much I opened up that gap. I really hit that corner perfectly, you know, no sausage curb touching, going there as straight through as possible, and really, you know, good job by me, you know, not to hype myself up. And then here in the front we can see the podium, so 1, 2, and 3 right here in front of us. And I'm honestly, at this point, I'm like, I'm not worried about getting to the front, you know? I'm not worried about catching them, because I heard, you know, my race engineer telling me how fast the first place is lapping. So the first place is lapping like a 1 minute 4 and something like that, and not even practice. I was able to get a 1:04 in there. So I was like, okay, let me just bring this home. I'm just gonna, you know, drive as cleanly as possible, you know, try to hit this, you know, once again, quite well, actually, like pretty straight through here. And here I just try to say, and then right here in the front, you guys can see there was some breakdance going on. So I'm passing, I don't know what happened here, but I'm passing one, third place, second place, and then right here I'm passing first place, guys. And I am in the lead. Ooh. It's not updating on the bottom, but this is what the race director told me, that I'm in the lead. And yeah, position 1. Ooh! And then I'm like, oh my god, it's like a white flag. Oh my god. And then look what I do. What I do. Oh god. To this, you know, last night and this morning, I've thought about this so many times. I'm like, if I would have just cool. But the only thing I was thinking about while I was racing, I was like, this guy is behind me and he's lapping about a second and a half faster than me. About a second and and I was like, I can't keep him behind me. But I didn't, why worry about the other guy? Just worry about myself and keeping it. And then I'm messing up the corner that I'm usually don't mess up. And then look what the fuck I'm doing. And sorry for cursing, but like, and then again, and I was in 4th place at that point. And so disappointing, so very disappointing. And this guy also passes me. You know, I'm not fighting him, or like, because like clearly I haven't built up the speed yet. So I'm back down to, I don't know, the position on the bottom hasn't updated yet, but I think I'm in 6th now or in 5th. And it's just so very unfortunate. I got in my head about being in 1st place. My heart started racing. And I should have taken advantage of these guys messing up, you know. It was one more lap. Oops, yeah, this doesn't matter. Checkered flag had already happened. But yeah, so very disappointing that I did that. All right, guys, so those were my first 2 races. So as I said, the first one could have not went any worse than it did. The second one, even though I had a mess up, I think I did okay. I definitely lost my cool and I was quite disappointed about that. I had one more race, which that one I came in 5th at the end. I started in 4th position, but I lost 2 right in the beginning by spinning out in the chicane. But then I was able to make that up. But I thought it would make the video too long if I throw that in there here as well. But as I said, I caught the fever for racing. I want to do more racing. I want to do more consistent racing, really. And I hope you guys, first of all, enjoyed the video. I hope you also enjoy the format, the way we're doing it right now. So in the future, for now, I'm going to be doing the racing and then I'll do the commentating over it, because I get very quiet. I try to actually recording and talking at the same time, but I get very quiet when I'm in an actual race because I need to focus and I don't think it makes the content very interesting. However, if you guys wanted to see that, we can definitely try that. So just let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at the Daily Racing Show. Have a good one.